Hello everyone, this is Andrew right here in Kampala, Uganda. I hope you're enjoying yourselves and having a good weekend. Today, my topic, I'll title it, Who is Holding Your Ladder? Okay? It's about ensuring you have the right people in achieving your dreams and goals as an organization, as individuals, as agencies, okay? In life, we have plans and goals, okay? And to achieve them, you can't do it alone, okay? You need people, okay? People to guide you, to provide you the resources when you need them, and also uh, people who will encourage you so you can get where you want to go, okay? So the wrong hands will always lead you to fail. And the right hands will help you reach where you want to go. Okay? So now, when you read history, when you read the Bible, you read about a man called Moses. God used a man. Okay? You know, when God wants to do something on earth, he uses men because he already said man will rule and dominate this planet. So, man is God's priest that acts on his behalf. Okay? So when God wanted to remove the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, he used a man, and men basically. There was Moses, there was Aaron, okay, and others. There was Gideon. So he used men. So just like he used men, he still uses men, okay? So we need people, okay? It is hard to identify these people, but I'll give you some tips on how you can go about it, okay? So when you have an organization, you're carrying out some changes, you want it to go to a certain direction where it can succeed. You yourself, you have dreams and ambitions. You will need people, okay? But you need the right people. Just like I told you, the topic is called Who's Holding Your Ladder. Imagine you're climbing up to fix something on a house or a building, and you're climbing up the ladders. You usually need someone to hold those ladders so they can be firm, so you can get up and back down safely. Now, hands that are weak, that can't do that, might make the ladder to slip and you fall as you're climbing to the top, okay? So, but hands that are strong will hold the ladder and you will do whatever you want to do, then come back down, okay? Successfully after fixing what you wanted to fix. So the person who holds your ladder is so important for you to do whatever you want to do, okay? You may feel that maybe you can do it alone, but look at it that way. Someone is holding your ladder. What if they let the ladder go and you slip and you fall? You will not get what you wanted, okay? So you need the right people. So this video is about identifying the right people, okay? So what are things you need to look at, okay, to identify the right people, okay? The first one, look at those who have the resources. Identify them. Sit down, write them down. Look at your phone. You have contacts, very many contacts. You always leave them there. You're always having, there are very many, even your contact list gets full, okay? But you look at those contacts. You start from those ones. Who among them can you call and talk to help you in case you need resources, to help you get those resources? Look at those who have the resources, okay? Those are very important, okay? You look at those with resources. They may be financial, they may be intellectual, they may be spiritual, different people, okay? Look at those who have the resources that you need. Once you identify those with the resources, they will at least now help you finance your dreams as an organization, as an individual, okay? That's why we have what they call shareholders, all right? I hope you understand me. So look at those ones. Check your contacts. Go do research. Sit down, think, pray for guidance, okay? To identify those people who have the resources, for God to bring them, okay? Now, we have what they call those that have influence, okay? Those people who are respected in society. Those people who are trusted. I need to look for those people. Who do people listen to when they want reassurance, answers, or direction? Okay? There are those people that are respected. Okay? You're not going to be on a health ambition and you're not talking to people like doctors. Okay? You're not going to be on a legal ambition, trying to come up with some legislation, and you don't have a lawyer in your parliament. Lawyers are important when it comes to coming up with laws, okay? You know, there are people who have influence. You're not going to come with financial decisions, and you are not talking to financial analysts, okay? Purchasing decisions, and you don't have a purchasing manager, purchasing profession. I was seeing somewhere in Uganda, and people are complaining that they bought aeroplanes that don't have spare parts. It brings back to who was on the committee that decided to purchase those planes that people are now complaining about, that they have no spare parts. I will not mention the type of planes they bought, but I'm reading in the news that the planes don't have spare parts. Now, who was on that committee? Did you have purchasing professionals, procurement and supply professionals? Those people are so important that they can determine whether you can even win a war with the kind of machines you have, whether your company will continue making profit because of what you acquired, okay? Because they have a lot of knowledge that you might need. You may think they're not important, but they're important. You get to know that when you find yourself in such circumstances, that these planes don't have spare parts. I see what I'm saying? So there are people who have influence, both formal and informal. Okay? So look out for those. Look out for those who have traits and competencies. There are those people who know how to communicate. I mean, we are the gentleman who had organizational skills, like when he is around, things would move. When he's not around, there will be a struggle. And it wasn't once or twice, or it was all the time. Every time he was around, things were moving. When he's not around, things are not moving. So this is a person who had some traits. He may not have had he may not have been skilled officially with a certificate, but probably from his home, from where he learned some organizational skills, okay? So identify those people with those traits, okay? Now, you can use scientific knowledge. You can do some analysis. There's a lot of knowledge from consultants. You can ask change management professionals. They're there. There are people who know about change management and how to identify the right people, okay? Feel free to call me, okay? I may be of help, okay? You might need me. I may not be looking like someone you like, but for your own visions and goals, for your own good, you might need me. I mean, you might need others. Let me not say only me. You look out for those organizations and people who can help you analyze scientifically with a knowledge base that is already in place, okay? Then we have those with the attitude, the right attitude. I'll give you an example. This is a true story about my paternal grandfather during World War II. I'm not boasting, but I'm giving it to you as an example because that is what happened. The distance, they were recruiting Africans to join the British regiment called the King's African Rifles to help the British fight in World War II, okay? So the place they were recruiting from was in a town center, far from the villages in Uganda here, in Western Uganda. There was a place called Mbarara. There was a football pitch where they used which was used as a center for recruitment. So people used to come from all over. Now, some people were forced to join. They came there and they were complaining. They were brought. They weren't willing. They were hesitant. They were just there complaining. Why are these guys putting us in these things? Okay. Now here comes my grandfather. Walked all the way from his village. It was so far. Those roads that time were full of lions. They would eat people. This guy walks a long distance, brings himself. He wasn't invited. He wasn't brought on a truck. He wasn't what? Profiled. So he brings himself. So as they were in the pitch waiting for the trainer, for the British soldiers to train them, one of his colleagues started chasing him, saying, "You guy, who brought you here? For us, we were came in a truck, we were told to come. But you, how did you bring yourself?" So there was a scuffle. So the British trainers notices a scuffle between my grandfather and his colleague. So he comes and calls both of them, and he asks them, "What's going on?" So this other gentleman tells him, "This man here brought himself, he wasn't invited." Then the trainer looks at my grandfather and asks him, "Where did you come from?" He says, "I come from Isinjiro. I came from Isinjiro." "How did you come?" "I walked for days to come and join." This man was mesmerized. The trainer was mesmerized. So the trainer looked at the attitude of my father. He really wanted to join the army. In our family, we are Christians. A story is told how our father received the vision to go and help the Jews so that they can be free from what they were going through. He received a vision from God because he was a godly man, and he decided to come. Okay, so he had an attitude. He wanted it. It wasn't about being forced or being what. He really wanted to join because of his own personal conviction. So when this man, this British trainer, was mesmerized, like, you did what? I walked, brought myself here. Guess what happened? He told this other gentleman, stay here for the training. For my grandfather, he was immediately handed a gun, burden on the truck. He wasn't taken through drills and trainings and talks. He was like, the trainer said, this one is already ready to fight. He handed him a gun and he joined the army, and he was taken to war. Now, look out for those people who have that attitude. That attitude that goes beyond money. That attitude that goes beyond the benefits. Maybe there are benefits of joining your organization. That those who have it in their heart, they see it as a good cause. They see it as something good for the society. Okay, you want to help refugees somewhere. You want to help. You want to go for a mission. You want to preach Christianity. You want to do very many good things. You want to do charity work. There are those people who you don't need to force. There are those who are willing. Those are the right people. Okay. So those are some of the principles you need to know. Those are some of the things you need to look at when you're identifying who's holding your ladder. Okay? Those with resources, those with influence, those with the attitude. Then the organizations that can help you also identify them, and people who have the knowledge. Okay? Look out for such. Okay? So as we move around doing our things, trying to achieve certain ambitions personally and as an organization, let us learn to identify the right people. And I pray that God should help you, lead you, because the Bible says the steps of the righteous man are ordered by the Lord. May the Lord lead you to find those right people. Whether you like it or not, you need the right people. You need the right husband. You need the right wife. Okay? You need the right people. You need the right teachers to teach people in school if you want to create skilled workers. So may He lead you to the right people. And I hope this message has been a blessing to you. Once again, I'm called Andrew. The other names are too long to list. And I hope you're having a nice Sunday, nice weekend. And see you next time with more of such tips. But just know that you need the right people. Okay? You need the right people to take you to the top where you want to go. Okay? That's why you find people saying, I thank this gentleman who helped me. Maybe I was pursuing my PhD, who helped me with my research, who helped me with the resources. I thank my father for paying my school fees. I thank, I was saying when they were withdrawing, you said, I didn't know how people were dependent on you said, but you find people talking about how they really were dependent on you said. You said was helping them achieve their dreams. Okay, you find people saying, I thank this doctor. I went to this doctor and I was sick and he gave me knowledge, and he treated me, and I'm now fine. Okay, so the right people are very important, and it is important not to ignore the right people in everything we're doing, in nation building, in various areas of our lives. Okay, so enjoy yourself, and thank you for taking time to listen to this video. See you next time.